Hi guys. Um, I'm here in the University of Southern California's website in translation of Sahih Bukhari, book 43 today. And I want to speak about the adultery of Muhammad from this hadith. We all talk about the sins of Muhammad and the fact that he broke most all of God's holy Ten Commandments. And one of them is adultery. The story goes that Hafsa entered into her bedroom and found Muhammad on the bed with Mary the Coptic Christian, and he in turn, I suppose, begged her not to tell and share the secret with the other wives, particularly Aisha. Anyway, Hafsa went off and told Aisha. They were all very angry at Muhammad for this adultery. He was fooling around with a slave girl of his. So what happened is Muhammad left his wives for 29 days. He took himself out of their eyesight, and I would suggest that he did that out of embarrassment, humiliation, and the fact that he was caught with his hand in the cookie jar, so to say. But let's read the hadith, and we'll see how it goes. Here, let me see. I gotta bring it in. It's number 648. Okay, so hold on. Move this over. There we go. Okay, so it's volume 3, book 43, number 648, and narrated Abdul bin Abbas. And it says here, I'd been eager to ask Omar about the two ladies from among the wives of the Prophet regarding whom Allah said in the Quran, saying, if you two, meaning wives of the Prophet, namely Aisha and Hafsa, turn in repentance to Allah, your hearts are indeed so inclined. And this is Surah 66, Ayah 4. So the question is given to Omar from Abdullah about about this escapade that happened. Anyway, the hadith is fairly long. It gets kind of sidetracked into other things, such as Abdullah giving water to Omar because they went to the bathroom together, and um, and then him actually asking the question here. And then we come to the story of the different tribe of women who had the upper hand on their men, and the fact that the Quraysh didn't like that their women were talking back to them. And then they speak about possible invasions and the guy waking up in the middle of the night to hear the rumor that Muhammad has divorced his wives. Then the hadith goes on to speak about how they tried to enter into the Prophet's room. They sent a slave up to ask permission to enter, and they were always refused, several times, blah, 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 goes on. And finally, Omar gets to get up into the Prophet's room and have a little one-on-one with Muhammad. Has a little story talking about other things, possessions and whatnot. And then we read here where Omar says he asked the Prophet for forgiveness for him. And then he says, the Prophet did not go to his wives because of the secret which Hafsa had disclosed to Aisha. And he said that he would not go to his wives for 1 month as he was angry with them. Look at that. When Allah admonished him, look at this, for his oath that he would not approach Maria. Hmm? When 29 days had passed, the Prophet went to Aisha first. She said to him, you took an oath that you would not come to us for a month, and today is only 29 days have passed, as I've been counting them day by day. The Prophet said, the month is also 29 days. That month consisted of 29 days. Aisha said, when the divine revelation of choice was revealed, the Prophet started with me, saying to me, I am telling you something, but you needn't hurry to give your reply till you consult with your parents. Aisha knew that her parents would not advise her to part with the Prophet, and the Prophet said that Allah said, now look at this, guys, this is fun. The prophet said that Allah said, O prophet, say to your wives, if you desire the life of this world and its glitter, then come. I will make provision for you and set you free in a handsome manner. But if you seek Allah and His apostle and the home of the hereafter, then verily Allah has prepared for the good doers amongst you a great reward. 33:28 of the Quran. Aisha said, am I to consult my parents about this? I indeed prefer Allah, His apostle, and the home of the hereafter. After that, the Prophet gave the choice to his other wives, and they also gave the same reply as Aisha did. Now, guys, I don't know. It appears to me here that Muhammad, he stayed away from his wives for 29 days out of shame and being humiliated at being caught in sin. And during those 29 days, he thought up a good plan so that he could make things right again. And so he had his Allah come to his defense for his adultery and offer his wives an ultimatum. They had a choice. You can either have the glitter of the day there or the home in the hereafter. Well, guys, what choice was there what choice was there for those women? Of course they're gonna pick the hereafter. Anyway, Muhammad, he's a smart man. He found a good way to get himself out of trouble, and he had his Lord defend him. Now, we know that adultery is a crime of God. God said in the Holy Bible, you shall not commit adultery, right? So how could Muhammad be a true prophet of God if he goes against what God says in his laws? It just doesn't make sense. Jesus went on and illuminated the law of you shall not commit adultery because Jesus said, you have heard that it was said, you shall not commit adultery. But I say to you that anyone who looks at a woman with lust has already committed adultery with her in his heart. Muhammad was a very lustful man, and his sins are so numerous in regards to women, slave girls, and his heart. The adultery he committed in his heart. He committed adultery in his heart in other hadiths. We can maybe look at that later. So I think that Muslims they really need to cross-examine the the hadiths that are hidden from them from their mosques. I'm sure that the mosques don't teach them this. Anyway, that's it. So God bless you all and talk to you later.